How's everybody doing? I am back with another interview, and today I'm out here with
Gina Schuh. You can find me on Instagram at Oops, I Broke My Neck.
This is her 2023 Chevy Tahoe. This thing is wicked. Let's check it out. Now, this isn't your regular Chevy Tahoe, so I'm gonna jump inside this thing and check it out.
Nope, it doesn't work like that. Let me show you.
Wow. This is huge.
It's my baby. This is Merlisha.
Keep in mind, I am 6'1", and this thing is just way over the top. This is insane. How are you gonna get up inside of it, though?
Well, let me show you.
Wow.
So this is an ATC conversion. They do these back east, and they actually, as you can assume, not really cheap. They're starting at $40,000 for the modification on top of the vehicle, and they offer it for passenger and driver side conversions.
Wow, this is insane. So this part alone was just 40,000?
Yeah, starting. Then they charge you more for the lock-in system, and then even more for the hand controls.
Let's check this thing out. I want to see how it works.
It locks underneath. There's a Q string, and that locks me in so that I don't move. And then I use the remote to lift myself up like a queen. And they actually measure this so that it fits perfectly for the person in the chair, so that I actually am able to reach perfectly. For the hand controls, I go for basic hand controls, not because I'm a basic bitch, but because it's less things to break. There are certain hand controls that actually adjust the weight, and they are amazing. But forward for brake, down for gas. And this is a U-cuff.
So Gina, how long have you owned this car for?
I have had it since November of 2023.
2023, and it's a 2023?
Yes.
Did you buy it brand new?
I did. I bought it brand new. I did sight unseen, and I called a Chevy dealership actually back east, and I asked the guy if he would send me the information because I wanted to buy one. And I don't think he really took me seriously. It took over an hour to send it to me, and in that time I actually bought it from another dealership.
Is it the same car or a different car from
Same. I knew exactly what I wanted. I was like, hey, this is what I want. I wanted the RST package. I knew I wanted the Tahoe. I knew I wanted it black. I knew the rims I wanted, everything. Like, I knew the whole package.
This thing is a monster truck on wheels. As I'm sitting up here, I just feel like I can see over all the trees. This thing is
I love
huge.
it. Yeah, they come with a 3-inch lift, actually. So when you do the modification, they actually have to lift the Tahoe so that they can fit everything in there. So all of the modifications for the ATCs will have a lift. That I didn't anticipate, and I was like, wow, I don't fit in my garage. Dang it.
How long did the whole modification process take?
That took about 6 weeks. So in fact, though, it took 6 months for me to get my Tahoe from Chevy. For them to build it. They were on kind of on back order, and so it took them 6 months to actually get it to me, and I was so bummed. It took, I was like, but ATC really got on it. They do a lot of these vehicles, but they only do certain types of like Tahoe, Suburbans, GMCs, you know, like trucks. They have to be large enough to be able to withstand the weight of the modification.
Yeah. I wonder what the total weight of this thing is.
A lot.
Probably a lot, yeah, probably a lot. And she just drove this all the way to California and back, so I bet that gas bill was fun.
Oh, she's expensive. I mean, right now I'm looking at 13.6 miles per gallon, so it's not the best. It's because it's heavy too, so I rarely push over 20 miles per gallon, rarely. If I'm going downhill and on cruise control, I will.
We're actually going to take it for a drive now so you guys can see how her shifting and braking and acceleration and things like that work. Let's check it out.
Yeah. All right, everyone, let's go for a ride. Push to start, just like a rapper. All right. And then, as you can see, they have the normal drive and everything that the Chevy Tahoe has. This, I have a U-cuff, and then this is the hand controls, and then down for gas. So they offer some modifications. So there's different types of hand controls for people. They can be like kind of assistive, like where they help. They're like electronic, actually. Very expensive, as one would assume, but it's supposed to be better for your shoulder health. I go for the simple ones because I just feel like there's less things to break, and that's something I want to be able to rely on, you know? And they also offer a lower effort steer. What's going on here? What up, bro?
Trying to catch that raven over there?
Yeah, he's like dude hanging out with a bird. Him and this bird have got a beef.
Yeah, you think your Tahoe's cool? This guy's got a pet raven over there.
Dude!
Look at that, it's huge.
It is huge. What is going on here?
He's really trying to catch it, look.
I just want to go hang out with this raven. So anyway, but yeah, they offer lower effort steering, so that actually reduces the amount of tension when you're like turning the wheel. So it's easier on your shoulders over long term, which is nice. I feel like with the newer vehicles, they're pretty easy anyway. Listen, if soccer moms can do it, I figure I can, right? When I first got it, I mean, I think I've taken it in for like 8 recalls probably, something like that, ridiculous. Chevy has a lot of issues. I don't know if I would actually buy a Chevy again, to be honest, after how many issues I had with the recalls. And I was driving and like the fuel pump went bad and it just like shut off. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I can get home. It was absolutely terrifying. So that was, you know, those kinds of things are frustrating. There were a couple of kinks with the conversion, but they adjusted those and I haven't had any issues with it since. I really like the conversion, actually. I think it's pretty great. Out of what's available out there, obviously. You know, all these things are gonna break. It has way too many components, way too many movements for it not to have issues. So like if people have adaptive vehicles, they have to have realistic expectations. They're gonna have issues. You just want the ones that have the least amount of issues, you know, because some of them are absolutely horrible. Like I've known of friends, like they'll spend, you know, $80,000-$90,000 on a Traverse or on a van and it's in the shop all the time, you know. It's $150 to rent a accessible vehicle per day, so it's really expensive, and most of the time they don't have hand controls, which is funny. So
The way these hand controls work is insane though.
yeah, it's pretty basic. Yeah, it is fun. And it's, I mean, it makes sense. It's like, okay, you know, with people, you know, they ride motorcycles and they're like, yeah, I have a throttle, that's normal. And so for me, it's like, oh, it's so normal.
I think personally my favorite addition to this Tahoe has to be this cripple plate right here. This is hilarious. I love that she is able to poke fun at herself and her situation, and like it's so fun. This car is so cool, and I'm so happy that I got to interview her and check this thing out. All right, we are gonna wrap up this interview. Gina, thank you so much for coming out and letting me check out this awesome monster truck.
Thank you for coming and checking out Marluxia. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Oops, I Broke My Neck.
And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button for the next video where we will be taking this Tahoe and jumping it off road. No, maybe not. Probably not.
No, let's do it.
Stay tuned to see what other mayhem we can get up to in this car. But for now, I will see you guys in the next video.